Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where today we are looking for this, apparently. This seems to be where the reek of burning rises from the site where Aomer destroyed the Uruks. Yes, I'm looking for the site where the Uruks were destroyed. Corpse of Ugluch. You stare at the defeated Ugluk and wonder if Boromir rests comfortably from wherever it is that he watches, now that the leader of the band that set upon him is no more. Alright, examine confused footprints at Aomer's vengeance. You pry your eyes from Ugluk and resolve to search for any signs of the halflings. Alright, what we got here? Confused footprints. You find a great deal of footprints, some of which go to the northwest. Alright. You find a great deal of footprints in the chaos that seem to go nowhere. And you'll find anything useful here? That's my question. Right. Well, okay, well, we have Corridon here. Hello?
What does Horn think? Will he dare the forest of Fangorn?
You say that some of those tracks led towards Fangorn. They're likely not those of the halflings, and for Aomer was certain that no one left the site of the battle without his knowledge. They may then be the tracks of Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli that brought them towards Fangorn. What does Horn think? Will he dare the forest of Fangorn? I will go in gladly, but Horn has expressed worry about such places before. Well? What do you say, Horn?
I see how Corridon looks at me. He thinks I fear to go into Fangorn.
I went into another ill-omened wood with you not long ago, Pine Lore. Do you remember? There I took a grievous wound, an injury from which I will never recover, nor would I wish to heal from that hurt. I will follow you into Fangorn. What can be done to me that I should fear? Ooh.
If we cannot help our friends directly, let us help them indirectly.
My father told me his men had heard orc axes beneath the eaves of Fangorn. There must be a camp of the creatures somewhere to the north of here, among the trees. That is the way the tracks go, or do they not? We should go into the camp of orcs and slay them. While we do, let us keep our eyes open for your friends. If we cannot help them directly, perhaps we'll help them in an indirect fashion. Alright, so defeat orcs beneath the eaves of Fangorn. Alright. Well, let us see. Who knows? Maybe somehow we'll find a couple of hobbits in there. There's only one way to find out. So far, I see no sign of Aragorn, Gimli, Legolas, Merry, Pippin, or of any orcs. I guess I'll just have to... Hold on. What's that up there? An orc! That's what it is. Well. Hello. There. Ooh, I think I found the orc camp. And I think we can kill orcs. We'll get our quota of orcs before we find someone who could help us. Or someone that we can help. Either one will work, right? Okay, that's 4. Well, I'm hoping that the denizens of this forest won't mind me killing the orcs I mean, I guess that depends on whether or not you consider the orcs to be denizens of the forest. Because if they are, obviously that's one set of denizens that will definitely not be happy with us. Alright, and just one more and we will be done with that step and find out what's next that we must do. You hear a voice coming from the misty hollow south of the orc camp. Alright, so we'll head for the voice. Wow! Take out a couple of extra orcs. I just hope it's not anyone that would mind me killing a couple of extra orcs along the way out. Especially considering that there's probably a deed for these. Yeah, there's some sort of deed there. The voice appears to have come from this direction. It was a pretty deep voice apparently, because it looks like we've got an ent here. The great creature stares down at you with baleful eyes. Then it speaks again. What are these small creatures that come among the trees? So many. So many. Hroom. But Gandalf saw to the elf, the man, and the dwarf. Gandalf saw to the man, the elf, and the dwarf. I guess that means Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli. Treebeard has his guess, and others came among the trees. Baldbark was told not to let others disturb the meetings. Boom, boom, broom. You are like the Treebeard's guests, so small. Hroom. Merry and Pippin, perhaps? You should leave. It is not a time for you. Hroom. Well, wonderful. Well, let's see what Corridon has to say about this. Oh, that was a strange encounter.
I did not dare to hope the tree herders still walked in Middle-earth.
It is a day for wonders, Pinelore. Mithrandir lives, as you said, and he has returned to where he's most needed. A kingdom is set on all sides by danger. If Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are not safe with Mithrandir, they will not be safe anywhere. And the second wonder, I did not dare to hope that the tree herder still walked in Middle-earth. But today I have met an ent, heard his speech, and was told in no uncertain terms that I wasn't welcome. Corridon is more pleased than you can ever remember him being. What a delight! Asked to leave his forest by an ent! Did you say that his name was Baldbark? Then I will call him Ruthreef in the language of my people, and I will keep this encounter near to my heart. Okay, very well. Hail Glofus, hail Glofus. And let's see. Well, okay, that's a 30 level jump for my clubs. Oh well.
Let us return to Eowyrth and see if Eomer remains there with his men.
I suppose we could do that. Yes, Rudri's words were reassuring, were they not? He told us, in his way, that Merry and Pippin were safely in the company of this Treebeard, who can only be an ent, and that the man-orphan elf of which he spoke must be Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas. If they are now in the presence of Mithrandir, surely we need worry about them no longer. Let's return to Eowyrth and see if Eomer remains there with his men. Horn wished to set off immediately. We should speak with him when we are back in Eowyrth. He wanted to get out of this place. Okay, you two can go off and The question is, should I do something else in the meantime on my way back? Because this quest is level 82, and it involves an instance that I do not want to do under level. It appears that we can do something here in the Woadfen here, since it's on our way back to Aworth. We've got crows. Let's go in. Okay, let's accept that quest quickly before we ending the madness. Oh, defeat salamanders and Kriban in the Woadfen. Alright, took care of 3 of them. And salamanders count for this quest too. Alright. Looks like it's easier to kill the Kriban. Alright, that's 6. They're everywhere. Now, cracked earth, that sounds like a rather weird thing to be. Maybe it causes some currents or something like that. Who knows? Something has driven the creatures of the Woodfen mad, some to the point of death. You should find the source of the madness. Okay, fine. So, look for the source of the madness. This should at least take care of the first quest. Now, find the source of the madness. You have discovered Briggenstow, chieftain of the dead, searching the source of the madness that has befallen the creatures of the marsh. You have tracked the Drogar to the cave of the Woodfen. You should enter Briggenstow to defeat the chieftain of the Drogar. Now, let's see. Source of the madness. Discover source of the madness. Now, I haven't discovered the source of the madness yet, so that's right. So what I'll do is I'll first find the source of the madness and make sure I'm done with that quest. Then I will worry about, that's right. There's a quest that asks us to collect that wood, isn't there? Well, I'm not going to worry about that quest then, because I don't have it. And I'm not going to anywhere in order to find it. Ooh. There we go. Maybe this will provide some information about the source of the madness. Yes, plenty of information in here, right? The question is, what exactly is the source of madness going to... Well, this is a mess. I mean, you would think something like this would be the source of the madness. What could be driving them mad and killing them all? Oh, what's this? Oh, just a corpse? Did they kill this person in their madness? No idea. What is this? Yuck. The madness of the Wolfden appears to have been caused by a strange form of the dead, like none you have seen before. Alright. Now I have to go to the cave in order to deal with the dead. This is certainly not a comfy place. The vilest offender. Among the dead of Bruggenstow, there are a foul form of Draug known as the Biledrog, which act as guardians of their foul domain. You should defeat many of them. Okay. Which is, I guess, like what this thing is. And yep, they're vile, all right. Vile bile. And it also counts for doing that. And what do we got here? This shard of obsidian appears to be a fragment of some strange talisman. It may be that the talisman in the source of the evil is the source of the evil dwelling within Brugenstol, the burial cave of the Wolfen. Perhaps the other fragments are locked away in the chest within Brugenstol. Okay, so collect 4 fragments in addition to the one I collected so far. Alright, well now, it's time to kill the dead. Or whatever you do to the dead. There you go. And now you. Right. Put them to rest. Blood. Well, that's not comforting. Do I go towards the blood or away from the blood? And I'm supposed to be getting fragments from these things, right? Oh, hey there! Oh, bio. There you go. Yuck! Oh. And you. 2 bomb down. And oh, my first talisman piece. Okay. That's on the right track at least. Number 3. Good. Oh, just a regular one. But even regular ones are good help with the main quest. Let's see, this is going down. Down into Drog Town. Oh. Alright, we'll do this. Slight violation of right hand rule, but I might as well check this chest before I continue along my way. Oops. Yuck. Well, more exploration. Ooh, here's a big chamber. New deed, Chambers of Brugenstol. Alright. Found the 7th chamber, which implies that there are at least 6 others. Alright, and we've got, oh, a locked chest. Don't tell me how I picked up the piece of talisman there without getting near it, but I cast an Accio spell. Alright, now. Oh, that was a vial. Okay. Now, I've not yet finished this chamber, right? That thing is, where does the chamber end and the chamber begin? Okay, I guess we will head out this way for now. And down. Oh, no, not that. And down. And down. And... oh! Interesting. What was... let's say, what's that green stuff? Oh, actually, that probably means it's one of the vial ones, right? When the vial... when those... oh, actually, there's that chest over there. Can I get that chest? Actually, that's just a normal one, not a vial one. Oh, well. Keep going anyway. But, back down the... I guess this is the right-hand turn. But nothing here. So now, we'll go this way. The 12th chamber. Alright, that means that there are at least 10 more, seeing how I've already taken care of one of them. Okay, what have we got here? We still need 2 more fragments. Nobody home. I see something really nasty up ahead. Unfortunately, I think that's the thing that requires the talismans in order to be completed. So I will also have to look for the Chieftain of the Dead. But I think Chieftain of the Dead is actually in the same place. So first I need to get my last talisman. Then we can be done with this icky place. Really icky. Oh, good. Hey, do you have the talisman for me? No. How about you? Do you have a talisman for me? And how about you? Do you have a talisman? And we continue. Yet another try. And another failure. Oops. Another one. And another one. There's not going to be a single chest left by the time I find the last talisman. And what about in the 9th chamber? We're just getting chambers left, right, and everywhere. And you? Well, you didn't have one, so you get to die. Well, actually, they're already dead, aren't they? This looks like another chamber. It's the 8th chamber. Hey, do you have a talisman? Finally! Let's get back to that portal or whatever that thing is. Alright, I need to destroy the talisman and kill or whatever Hamaru. But it looks like first I need to deal with the guards that seem to be lining the path. Ugh. Oops, found the 11th chamber. Does that mean 12 is the number of chambers? Or something like that. Alright, another one. Well, that's the exit. Okay. Well, let's avoid that until we are done here. Oops. More lining the wall. How close am I to finishing up a deed in this place? 55 of 100. Defeat Lockbears, Draugr, and Swarthound. So I can kill other things and still finish the deed. Okay. Oh, well, let's take care of this one. Okay, so now for these two. Can I get them together? Yes, I can. And now you. Finally, okay, so this is Henmaru. Alright, so you can do that. I can do this. Good, that takes care of that. So I could talk to someone in Aworth about that. Let's Path of the Shadow World. Talisman. We've dealt with that. Good. We can get out of here. Hello there. I ran into some nasty stuff in a swamp.
Our mission is dire.
There have always been dark legends about Woldfen, and your tale bears them out. I wonder why the dead have awakened now. Well, it is of no matter. You have done us a service by destroying their chieftain. Alright, I'm glad he's not upset about this. Alright, we don't need a shield, we don't need a heavy sword, and we don't need medium boots. So, I'll just get whatever is worth the most money. And we've been done with that. Now, where's Horn? I think I'm done with my business here.
Aylmer and his men are still here. I spoke with him briefly.
Amber's still here, and he said that we were welcome to make the southward journey with him. He has a few places that he would like to stop on the way, including the stone of Weriende. Do you remember Pine Lore? It was the story that I told at the campfire on our journey by the boat down the Anduin with Corridon and with Nona. And King Fengel and his line were cursed. No heir of Fengel's line will survive to sit upon the throne of Rohan. Many thought that the curse had been broken by Prince Theodred, but it seems that it was not so. Aylmer wishes to visit the stone, and you must understand why. With the prince dead, he, as Theoden's nephew, is now the next in line to the throne. He is the king's Fengel's line, and the curse must now be ever on his thoughts. Speak with him, but gently. Who can know what it must be like to live under such a curse? Yes. What will he think about this? We'll probably have to find this out in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.